Here on our radio team, we believe in Cowboy Ethics. The first one of these is live each day with courage. So if we were to have an emergency, we would have to deal with nerves and stuff, but we need to be there because with our help, we could save more people, but if we're not there, there's plenty of people who could have been saved that weren't. The next one is take pride in your work. And pretty much this is, when we're out helping, we don't want to just, get it done. We want to do it and do it well. So that way we represent and say that the Wilson radio team is a good team. We are respectable. Our next one is always finish what you start, which is pretty much self-explanatory. If we start a project, everybody needs to finish it, not just leave it up to two people. And along with that is do what has to be done. So if there is something like cleanup or something, even if you don't want to do it, you still need to do it. It's just how we work. You don't just leave it up to, somebody else will do it. You need to take the initiative and do it yourself. Our next one is be tough but fair. So like Max being our team captain, if we're goofing off, he needs to be able to say, this this isn't what our radio team does. And even though it may not be making him the cool guy to crack down on us, he needs to be tough about it, but still be fair, not be over dramatic. Like, don't get mad if we simply whisper something, but if we are talking and not paying attention, he needs to be able to say, you guys need to stop and do what we're supposed to do. Another one is when you make a promise, you have to keep it. So if you say you're going to help somebody do something, you need to help them do it. Don't just go, they'll figure it out or they'll get somebody else. If you said you're going to do it, you need to. Another one is ride for the brand. It's kind of like the take pride in your work sort of thing. If you're a part of it, being a part of the radio team, it is a team, so everybody represents everybody else. So if one person goes off and starts goofing around and somebody goes, hey, they're on the Wilson radio team, that's pretty much representing the whole team and making us all look like, we're not really serious about what we do. Along with that is also, like, you don't steal from your team. You're not going to take away from the team. You do everything you can to make the team better. Another one is talk less and say more. In emergency radio, it's more important to be able to listen and find everything else, because if you're dealing with an emergency, you want to know everything that's going on so that way you can relay it to somebody else. So if there's something going on somewhere else, you listen and write down instead of talking to them. You just listen to everything they have to say and then eventually pass it on to somebody else. That way something gets done. Our next one is remember that some things aren't for sale, which is pretty much saying, like, even though there might be another team that they're more glamorous, they have more stuff, they have jackets or something, it doesn't matter. It's just doing what you can. So even though you may not have as much as somebody else, it's just how you are. Because they may have more stuff, but you may be the better team because you guys know what you're doing. And our final one is know where to draw the line. So pretty much you need to know when to stop something and when you need to do something else. And so that's pretty much it for our Cowboy
That was
Ethics.
great. That was really wonderful. Is that like something everybody knows, Cowboy Ethics? Is that just like a book?
Actually, there's a book, and there's a picture of the front of the book.
Here's a
called
picture of
Cowboy
the
Ethics.
book.
And when I read it, I
That's
said
great.
to myself, "This is what our radio team does."
Yeah,
This is
great.
And I've sent it to the disaster manager for the city of Long Beach, and he sent it to his whole staff. He says all of us have to remember Cowboy Ethics, and so it's kind of old-fashioned. It's kind of corny, but especially in radio, it makes a lot of sense. And you did a wonderful job.
Yeah, you did a
Sarah.
really good job.